Yes. The shit. All right, so today, maybe this would be an interesting little quick talk about some shit. I want to talk about holy, perfection, unified, and kind of referring to a question. One of my homies that sent me a question. I thought this was actually an interesting question. I kind of want to talk about, what was he asking me? Yeah, it was talking about, okay, this is what he was asking. They was asking, so I got a question more recently. And the question was, do you think God is perfect? And I guess for most, I guess maybe you say for like an average Christian, they probably say yeah, because what the fuck else would they fucking know? All right. So yeah, so the question was basically like, do you think God is perfect? And so first, I've been analyzing for a while, like what perfect actually is. And hold on, let me adjust this mic a little bit, because I think it's actually an interesting question. And I think some of these things, I don't know if people really analyze what the fuck perfect really is, like perfect and what holy and things of. Damn, my mic slide. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the question was basically, do you think God is perfect? And I guess first you need to analyze, things like what perfection is, and what holy is, and what those things really mean, and that'll kind of help guide you to the answer to that question. Me personally, I said no, and I'll tell you why I said no. If you're talking about I guess because I get a lot of these questions from like Christians and stuff like this, and he asked me, basically, is God perfect? And I said no. I guess I asked. I was saying, if you talking about like the God in the Bible, like the creator of the material universe and all that kind of stuff, I'd probably say no, because first off, there's a concept of what perfect even fucking is. So perfect is something that is complete, and something that is complete is whole. And a lot of times they this is English shit, and they'll use holy, and you think it ain't got shit to do with whole. They are literally connected. Something is whole, something is whole-like, something is holy, something is complete. It is the most intact. It is the most unified. It is the most perfect, because something that is perfect you can't add to something that's perfect. There's nothing to add to something that's perfect. Does that make sense? So, and for something to be perfect, it has to be whole. And for something to be whole, it would be complete at that point. Like when you hear like couples and stuff, they talk about I'm looking for my other half. You complete me. This is kind of the concept I was talking. I think even in other videos I kind of talk about the yin yang, and this duality, or this polarization of two opposites, if you will. And so when you think about something being perfect, especially with the Christian God, he's known as the good and God of the living and things of that, and the light. Most Christians are light worshipers, and they don't know this shit. I don't think they fucking know this shit, because as soon as you start, you can't come over there and start talking about no dark shit, because they are light worshipers. They literally worship the light. You could say anything. You can almost say half the fuck you want, whatever the fuck you probably wanted to say to their ass. Long as you start talking about the light and what's white and what's bright and what's right, it'll be cool, because they literally worship the light. And that's kind of the, but and the darkness is what's evil. So anything dark is evil and bad, and has to be repelled. And so thus you get a polarization, and when you get a polarization, you don't get completeness, and when you don't get completeness, you don't have something that's whole. And if it has an opposite side, it's not unified. And if it's not unified, it's existing at a lower state. They say the lower things. I think I get that from what book is this? Damn, y'all gonna make me start pulling out books. That might have been out of Dion Fortune's. I call that bitch Dion Fortune. Aspects of Occultism. I believe that's what the book is. Make me start pulling out shit. But she talks about. No, it wasn't even in that. It wasn't even in that shit. Hold on. Okay, so where Dion Fortune does the most that I've even read anyways, and I'm sure maybe she got some of this other shit in some of her other works. I haven't really read some of her bigger works, like the Cosmic Doctrine. I was just about to crack into that shit, but and some of this mystical Kabbalah. I think she got another book over there. I gotta get off into some of that. I ain't even read off into that, but I read some of her smaller stuff, and she got this book called The Esoteric Philosophy of Love and Marriage. And basically this talks about this dichotomy of the male and female, and the masculine and feminine. And in this her explaining this masculine and feminine, this duality and stuff like that, she explains basically this exists in the lower realms. And this kind of cease to exist as you go up into these higher realms. I believe, let me see. That's basically what, check out Esoteric Philosophy of Love and Marriage. And she gives a good breakdown on, the lower planes having duality and the higher planes being unified. And you can kind of see this in the Egyptian mythology, where you see the creation story, how you have Ra in these higher planes, and as he makes matter and these lower forms of matter created, you kind of see how things are kind of seem to be divided. Like Ra makes basically Shu and Tefnut. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So basically talking about the fucking you're talking about the fucking things being unified as God perfect. So if there's a division, and the initial division in heaven was the light. So, and that's when you hear about this war in heaven. I don't know if you ever hear about people say there was a war in heaven, and they explain it a lot of times. You getting it from you getting these Christian myths about a war in heaven, and you hearing things like the angels were fighting, and you get shows like Supernatural where the angels fight, and half of them, I guess they like fighting each other. So you got half of them fighting the other half, or 1/3, or whatever the fuck they want to tell you, whatever, And so the angels is fucking fighting. And so what this really is this creation in the Egyptian mythos. It's this moment of the creation of light, which causes this initial divide in the heavens. So that's basically what's good. When you hear this, and God created light and all this, that was the war in heaven. That was the moment. Lucifer is a light bearer. As much as you want to say he fucking evil, he's fucking light. And was the initiator of fucking this divide in heaven. And if Lucifer is fucking light, what the fuck were the rest of the angels? You get what I'm saying? And what the fuck was going on before there was light? There must have been darkness. So you know, and that's kind of, and that's in some of the Greek, or I'm sorry, Hebrew mythos. I've seen this in you could read it. Hold on. Yeah, because one of my biggest things with a lot of Christian stuff, they just throw you off in the middle and God created the heavens and the earth. I'm like, hold up, back the fuck up. Who the fuck made all this fucking darkness? How you just gonna start? If we know God said let there be light, that means he was already sitting in some fucking darkness. So who made all that shit if everything is fucking created and all that shit? But that get into the Egyptian shit of fucking gods existing before the fucking creation. See how crazy that shit sound? Gods existing before the fucking creation. 8 fucking primordial gods existing. The Ogdoad, and I'm about to do a video on that too. The Ogdoad, but they exist before creation. This, what I got right now, this is called Book of the Bee, and in this is by this is by Budge, and so in this he goes through. He's got some. Basically, Budge does his translation, and in this translation, there's a section in here of the creation of the 7 natures, the substances created in silence, basically. And these things are heaven, earth, water, air, fire, the angels, and darkness, all created, came into being from nothing. From nothing. Okay. Heaven, earth, air, fire, and the angels and darkness came into being from nothing. Created in silence. Then you get God said let there be light, and then there's all this fucking other shit going on, material, blah, blah, blah. But before that, and a lot of the other mythos talk about this chaos or this death, maybe even that exists, this darkness, the primordial blackness of the blackest night and all that kind of shit that exists before creation. The nothing. I was talking to the homie. We be talking crazy and shit, and I'm like, you know, zero is like a fuck. Do you understand? Zero is like a fucking big egg. You think zero represents nothing. Zero isn't nothing. It's a placeholder. You think if I put 1 and 2 zeros behind that shit, it just means nothing? It means something. It's pregnant. Zero is pregnant, and zero gives rise to the 1. Now the 1 can create all other fucking numbers, but there is something that creates the 1, and that's zero. Maybe that's why in Christianity the women are treated like shit, because they basically represent this zero. Mary is this zero that fucking creates the 1, the male. The female creates the male. There would be no fucking male if there wasn't the fucking female. The darkness creates the light. The light came from the fucking darkness. If there was not darkness, there would be no fucking light. Light made everything else. Yeah, how great it is, but how great is fucking zero or fucking the darkness? Because it created the fucking light. White people even say out of Africa. So they themselves are fucking the latest, greatest fucking Africans on the fucking planet. If you really want to play that fucking game, fucking all the light comes from the darkness. Stars come from out of fucking goddamn blackness. Formated, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Don't let me get my Neil deGrasse Tyson on. I'm sure they're formated some kind of way from this dark matter, something that accumulates of dust or some of gravitational fields of whatever accumulates, some sort of whatever the fuck. You get what I'm saying? But goddamn, that shit comes from the darkness. That's what I'm trying to give you. Zero, you think is nothing, but it makes 1. All is unified in the dark. There's no separation. Soon as you have light, now there's a separation. Now there's a division. And at that point, I'd have to say it's not as holy and complete as it was before it was unified. And that's why they say, basically what I'm trying to say is I'm saying darkness is a little more unified than light. All is unified in the dark. Light makes a division. Now you got this shadow and this light. All is unified in the darkness, and maybe that's why you gotta think it's something. Even the cosmos is sitting in darkness, so whatever the fuck this is creating shit. They even fucking tell you in Alien Romulus he synthesized the fucking black organic substance, which was the primordial life, basically. Trying to make life. You got these androids with the white substance. You get it? Are you getting this shit? You got the androids with the whites, the bots with the white substance, trying to synthesize the organic substance. Are you getting this shit? The light, all the light can do is go back into the darkness. All the black has done is made light. All the light can do is diffuse itself as it goes back into the darkness. And all the darkness will do was will keep on making more fucking light. Everything you consciously remember, you can eventually forget. And maybe that's stored in your subconscious. Or things you can't think about everything everywhere all at once. Look, ain't that a movie? You can't think about all that shit. But you can put your light or attention or focus or consciousness in certain aspects or areas or tasks or whatever it is that you're trying to do. And you can multitask, yeah, but you're not going to put light. You're not going to extinguish the darkness, is what I'm trying to tell you. You can put focus, light, and that's why the subconscious mind, they tell you you're only using 10%. The rest of that shit is in darkness. You couldn't control it if you fucking wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to control your fucking heartbeat. Unless you just on some shit where you fucking, you know what I'm saying? You on your meditation shit or something. I don't know. You got to slow down your heart. All right. You on your fucking Tibetan monk shit. Okay, nigga. We get all that shit. I get all that shit. But we talking about just on some fucking, for the most part, like, you know, like when you fucking want to blink your eyes, you can blink your eyes. But when you fucking stop thinking about that shit, it's a nigga in the dark that take over. And this is the subconscious mind. And that's kind of what we're talking about. This darkness will never be completely overtaken. I talk about this in the other fucking videos. The darkness will never fucking be completely overtaken. Because it's fucking rolling deep. That's the whole concept. That and God hovered over the abyss of the waters of the deep, or the face of the deep, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That shit is deep. And maybe fucking nobody fucking knows. Maybe it's fucking eternally fucking deep for all we fucking know. Whatever the fuck. But the concept is that this light can't overtake all of the darkness. And why would the fuck you want to? Why the fuck would you want to focus on everything everywhere all at once at one fucking time? Like, are you fucking crazy? That's called, you ain't seen one of them crackheads out here? Shit. So and that's with anything. That's the white supremacy, want to like snuff out whatever the fuck they be trying to snuff out, the darkness or whatever the fuck, or your Catholic fucking church telling you we got to get rid of all the fucking darkness and all that shit, as they fucking wear black and tell you we got to get rid of all the fucking darkness, and dress they women and nuns in black and tell you, you know, we got to get rid of all the darkness and the black is evil. as they fucking walk around their goddamn monasteries in fucking black. And telling you, wrapping their Bibles in black. And telling you this darkness is evil. I got a black Bible right here, and it's a holy. So whatever the fuck that's about. Oh, my shit cut out. Okay. So yeah, so that's basically the concept. So, and if you can pick sides, then you're not whole. You get what I'm saying? Got the nerve to call some shit evil and some shit fucking good or whatever the fuck. If you can pick sides, you're not complete. On a hermetic concept, all is contained inside of God, and that's more complete. That makes more of a fucking complete. That's more holy than any fucking shit talking about some sides. Some shit talking about all is contained is way more fucking complete and whole and perfect, because when you're perfect, there's nothing else can be added to what you are or know or whatever the fuck. And if there's nothing outside of you, there's nothing else to fucking know. All is contained. All is contained. So that's the whole concept of being holy. If you're not whole or complete, you're not holy. Or you're not. The concept is, as you go up in these realms, things become more and more unified. So we're trying to describe the most holy. So the most holy would be the thing that contains the most. And if you got some shit outside of you, then you not as fucking whole as some shit that says, no, even that shit is within me. That's the most holiest fucking thing of them all. The thing that contains all fucking things. Wouldn't you say that's the most perfectly thing, that the most completed thing that nothing can be added to? The thing that is whole? The thing that contains all fucking things? Don't you get this shit? So in saying, is God perfect? I had to ask, is God complete? Is he evil? Is he dark? Because that's the other side the motherfuckers like to fucking leave out. And if he ain't that shit, I gotta say he not fucking complete. He not whole, and he not perfect. The most perfect thing. They got a concept, I think, dealing with Osiris. And I might have seen this in a Melanin book. Dealing with Osiris and darkness, and they calling it the perfect black. They call it I got a homie, I call him triple, because we talk about the perfect black and shit. I call him triple black, triple, like from 666, the 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. But they got, it's a group named 36 Mafia you don't fucking know before. Juicy J, fucking trap, fucking ratchet god, fucking Juicy J, fucking he was in a group called 36. If you don't fucking know, if y'all some youngsters listening, I don't know who the fuck listen to my shit. If y'all some youngsters listen to this shit, he was in a group called 36 Mafia. Or whenever the fuck you hear this shit, it might be fucking years from fucking, I ain't no fucking telling. But he was in a group called 36 Mafia, and a lot of at the time, especially in the 90s, they're like, oh, these niggas evil and all that shit. 36, and 36 was supposed to be this 666, and that's supposed to be the mark of the beast and all that shit. And people talk about this 666 being really just being carbon, which is black, and fucking 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, making it carbon. Like I said, it's just black, but it's this darkness that we talking about. This black that creates the fucking light that you want to call evil. This demonization of the fucking mother, basically. You know how white dudes don't like they fucking mom and all that kind of that kind of shit. You get what I'm saying? This that kind of shit. Well, this niggas don't like their mom too. Let's stop fucking playing. But this is the concept of fucking demonization of the male demonization of the fucking mom. The thing that created it fucking is evil now. This bitch evil. You like, I fucking hate that bitch. You like, that bitch, fucking hate this bitch. Like, this bitch evil. Talk about your own fucking, you like, this bitch evil. You know what I'm saying? But this the shit you gotta fucking deal with. These are these concepts we talking about. This not just fucking myths. This real fucking life. That's the truths in this shit. You looking at the myths to be fucking literal fucking histories, and they not histories. You're supposed to get the truths from the fucking myths. Quit trying to historicalize the fucking myths. You're supposed to get the truths from this shit. You trying to figure out if Jesus real or fucking not. You're supposed to be getting the truths from. It's a fucking myth. It's not history. Case closed. Jesus ain't a real fucking. Jesus is your fucking soul. You supposed to understand that shit is supposed to fucking rise. That's what you supposed to understand. That's the whole concept. Jesus is the fucking soul. So any fucking Jesus fucking movie, be it fucking Star Wars, a fucking, I don't know, fucking goddamn Lion King, a fucking, I don't goddamn know, fucking super fucking man. You could watch this movie now and say, oh shit, this is Jesus. You get what I'm saying? You could watch this and say, oh shit, this is the fucking soul. I'm watching a story about the soul. You be so stuck on fucking Jesus and what the fuck history and all that. You missing the mystery in this shit. The feminine concepts that you trying to fucking demonize, this mother of darkness that you fucking don't want to fuck with, is what I'm trying to fucking tell you. Got mysteries and truths in it. You know what a myth is? Myths deal with the mysteries. Myths deal with the mysteries. So if you ain't getting no mysteries, you just getting histories. And histories is the masculine. His stories. That's the masculine aspect. You need to get the feminine give your ass a little balance. Balance that get your ass some fucking mayat and shit. Fucking balance this shit out. So get your ass some fucking mysteries. The darkness, motherfucker, dark side and all that fucking shit, whatever. And if you scared, fucking go to church, I guess. Shit. But fucking dark side shit, fucking get you some fucking mysteries. Get into the dark shit, because the mysteries are like raps. Do you understand? Do you realize ain't nobody writing no mysteries no more? Everything we fucking think is hot is old. There are no more fucking writers. The only writers you got right now are fucking rap niggas. That's the closest thing you got to anything mysteries. And they not literal happening. When you hear these rap songs, they are allegories to truths. You supposed to be pulling the truths from the rap songs. You're not listening to this shit and be like, damn, Juicy J ain't really do that shit. Damn, Lil Wayne ain't really do that shit. Or whoever the fuck, I don't know whoever the fuck you listen to. Who's one of these new niggas? Lil Yachty, or who's a new nigga? I don't know, one of these new Lil Baby or whoever the fuck. You're not listening to this shit for the fucking, to try to get the actual, make history or what. Well, some niggas is, and if you can rhyme and fucking have some fucking truth to what you saying, to like literal truth, that they say that's all so much fucking greater. But that's the concept of this shit. It's myths. They don't gotta be fucking true. You get truth from the fucking allegory, from the fucking you're supposed to be getting the punchlines. You get what I'm saying? So when you read these myths, you're supposed to be getting the fucking punchlines from this shit. You're not supposed to be like, damn, going with a checklist trying to see when the fuck did this shit really happen, trying to date some shit. You fucking killing the song, nigga. These myths, any fucking myths, whether it be Christian myths in your fucking Bible, because these are myths. The Bible is composed of myths. You're supposed to be getting the truths from this shit. These are allegories. They not literal happenings. They allegories. You're supposed to be getting the fucking truths from this shit. You know how you listen to Jay-Z song 20 years later, and you be like, oh damn, I done heard him say that shit 100 fucking times. I just now got that shit. That's how this shit work. That's how it worked. These myths work the same fucking way. That's why I almost got to say niggas must have wrote these shits, because ain't no way WP's writing this kind of shit. This is hot shit. Most of these myths, whether it be Indian, Egyptian, fucking Babylonian, Syrian, fucking Hebrew, fucking and shit, and half this fucking Christian shit. It's hot shit in this shit. You have to understand how to pull the truths out of this shit. That's all this shit is. That's it. And so enough with the fucking myths. Back to if I fucking think, fuck what I fucking think. If fucking God is perfect, if you can fucking say he got a fucking opposite and he got fucking opposition, you can say he ain't fucking perfect. You got to go to the thing that has no opposition, and that would make him the most perfect, the most high, and the most holy fucking God of them all.